Hello everybody, this is your Queen of Cups with your weekly tarot reading. The tarot reading is for Aquarius. It is for the week of, it is for everybody that has Aquarius in their Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and North Node. And it is for the week of the 16th through to the 16th through to the 23rd, I guess, 23rd of August. Aquarius, we have the Knight of, yes, why not? We have the Knight of Swords here coming out. This is the all over energy for the reading, and then the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. What else do we have here? Oh, see at the bottom of the deck, Ace. The Ace of Cups here, self-love. Interesting. Okay, yeah, to put it down. Sorry, it's how I hear it. That's what I do. Okay, so okay. One or two, one. Okay. Aquarius. So we have the Page of Swords here as the main energy or the overall energy for this reading. This is a card of spying. Somebody is spying on somebody. Somebody is kind of keeping, if you are in separation with each other, somebody is kind of keeping track of the other person, kind of checking if they are still there, if they're in, if they're out. I don't know. I'm just getting that in a bit weird way. See, here is the house. I'm even getting chills in a weird way. So here is the house, right? Here. And so somebody might have just, this is not a general reading again. So somebody is kind of still, see, this Page of Swords is walking right in front of that house, right? You can see it here. And I'm getting this feeling as if somebody is kind of checking maybe on you somehow. And it can also be the sword is up, so it can also be some kind of communication here. The main energy again here is the Five of Cups. So somebody is heartbroken here. Somebody feels left out, lonely. Somebody is focused on what did not go well in this relationship, on the three spilled cups, instead of also looking at the two cups that are still standing here. What is mainly important and what will also benefit the whole situation, not just the relationship, is the Ace of Cups. So this can be a new beginning in love here with the same person, with somebody else. But most importantly, this is you taking care of yourself, not in a selfish way, but with self-worth, self-love, recognizing your self-worth, filling your cup up with love so that you can then be able to give love to others. This is a feeling of, it's exactly the opposite thing of being needy, you know? So I don't know why this neediness pops into my mind right now. I heard it twice now, so I'm saying it as it shows up. So we do have still the Ten of Wands. There is this heavy burden that you are carrying here. You know what it is because you're facing it. You're carrying it not on your back, but on um, you're holding it with your hands, which also tells me that at some point you have the choice to actually release it, right? Sorry. Um, and actually, up there on top of the hill in the distance here, this is the village or the castle. Yeah, this is the castle where you can then release all your wants. That's where you actually go and sell them, or I don't know. They are already on the way to the castle. They are blossom. There are little sprouts here of green leaves on the wands, which means that already the wands are transforming into blessings, right? So if these wands were just burning at some point, they are already transforming into blessings, you know. Um, in the past, there was definitely a conflict with the Two of Swords, a huge conflict here. It feels pretty huge. You were guarding your heart, and you would not look at a situation. You would just close your eyes and ignore the situation. You wouldn't. Maybe it was too painful, or I don't know. You would. You didn't want to see something, whatever it is. There was something you didn't want to see, and you were still guarding your heart. Um, It is also a card of self-sabotage, right? Of overthinking, of conflict, of thinking you have to make a decision. Maybe you don't even have to make a decision. Um, I don't know. So um, the Page of Swords here is also about seeing a situation clearly, right? Seeing something with clarity. Um, yeah, I don't know why I'm getting this, but once this Page of Sword is out of the house, right? He kind of sees a situation with more clarity, right? Because here is the house, which was kind of keeping him trapped, him or her trapped. And once he's out of the house here, um, he sees things with clarity. So maybe this can be for some, maybe literally once they moved out of where they are, they're seeing a situation with more clarity, you know. Um, Again, now this is definitely Aquarius energy here. Here we have the star. This is your energy, Aquarius. This is also about hope, about faith, about not giving up. And here we have in the near future, we have the Four of Wands. This is about marriage, about or halfway to marriage. This is about stability. This is celebration. This is very stable, a stable home. Yes, a very stable home. Um, I don't know. It feels, yes, exactly. What I'm hearing is you're moving out from one home or one house or from one location towards another. And moving towards this other will give you way more stability. And it is also a much bigger house, right? So maybe this resonates for somebody. If this house here it's a tiny house, right? Compared to how big the Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands looks. Here, in this picture here, the Four of Wands, the house here is pretty big and the people are not even that big, right? But it is stable and there is celebration and people are happy, right? People are happy here. So once you're out of one house, you will see a situation very clearly and you will then in the near future have a stability in another house. So this might not resonate for everybody. Um, Again, this is a general reading, but this is what I'm getting. So again, if you move from one location to another, from one house to another, maybe even from one family to another, I mean, it sounds a bit weird, but take it as it resonates. Again, that burden here that seemed I want to say like an obstacle that could not be overcome, right? That is the feeling. It finally starts to, these challenges finally start to transform into blessings, right? It took a while, and mainly because of this self-love. And what is this self-love, basically? Self-love is not, self-love is goes way more deeper than just practicing um, self-care and and um, um, and unconditional love. Well, what is unconditional love? It is about forgiving yourself first, right? Once you, it's about guilt. It's about because it is not that easy to forgive yourself, right? Even if you have been operating from a level of limiting beliefs with the Two of Swords here in conflict, then it would even be very beneficial to, once you realize, right, what your limiting beliefs are or how you have been self-sabotaging a situation, then the Ace of Cups is actually perfect because you're starting to forgive yourself. You know, you start to forgive yourself for ever buying into the misconception or into the belief that something is a certain way, because you're just realizing that all this time you were actually operating from a limiting belief, from something that maybe served you when you were a child or so as a defense mechanism, but now as a grown up, it is just a self-sabotaging basically a relationship or something. So here, the limiting belief, you for a long time in the past, you did not want to look at it, at the limiting belief, right? You rather wanted to keep the blindfold on. You guarded your heart with the swords. You rather stayed stuck in this self-sabotage circle than facing it. Here, with the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups, yes, it is a new beginning in love, but it is a new beginning in self-love. And I'm not talking about an ego driven self-love. This is a very humble self-love. Um, it is about forgiving yourself for for all your human faults, basically, you know, for all the limiting beliefs and misconceptions that you have bought into. For it is a very humble experience, right? because you're also recognizing that you are actually a human being, having a human, you are actually a divine being, a soul, having a human experience, right? And the fact, the journey of having this human experience is in itself already um, full of challenges where one um, has to start to self-forgive, right? So, and if you do not manage to forgive yourself, how can you forgive somebody else, right? Or for religious people, if you do not forgive yourself, many buy into the misconception that then God will never forgive me, right? So how can you then ever think that God will love you if you cannot forgive yourself? So I can go on and on about this, and it is very specific for certain people, for certain persons, for whoever is watching this reading, and it resonates, right? But self-love is not a selfish act. It is actually quite a humble act, and to self-forgive yourself, to realize where you have been self-sabotaging yourself, this, and also to realize I cannot continue my life like this. You know, I'm actually um, heading towards, or I hit a rock bottom. That also, I would say, um, is a very humble experience, because you finally surrender to your higher self, to God, um, to your own divinity, to your own. Um, you recognize that there is more to it than just the ego, right? So you surrender basically to God, to a higher power, right? And in co-creation with it, you rebuild your life in alignment with who you truly are. So the Ace of Cups here, this is more than just a new beginning in love. It is a new beginning in self-love. And that's when you're realizing this, in that moment, this burden here, these challenges are being transformed into beautiful blessings. So, um, somebody had to hear this message in this way. That's why I brought it forward. Spirit brought it forward. I'm just transmitting what needs to be said. So we do have the Capricorn energy here with the devil. Um, there might have been a certain toxicity in this relationship. Beside of a lot of passion, there might have been a codependency or some kind um, of yeah, it feels like a codependency here. That, or yeah, an addiction or a codependency. Um, it can also be as simple as a lot of physical attraction, right? But it does feel a little bit more, maybe a codependency here. Again, the moment you do love yourself um, first, and you um, recognize your value and your worthiness, um, and you do not show up anymore needy. And I think needy popped out just before, right? Um, and you don't show up in this needy way, because this showing up in this extremely needy way, this is a tendency towards this codependency. Try that the other fixes your life, right? Instead of taking responsibility for your own emotions, for your own limiting beliefs, for your own childhood wounds, and starting to actually heal them, right? All this is in the Ace of Cups. All this fits into the Ace of Cups. So back again, I'm being brought back to once somebody moves out of one house, yes, a smaller house, into a bigger house with also more people, I guess, then um, there is going to be more stability, and somebody is going to see a situation very clearly. Again, here we have the Three of Wands. Somebody here is waiting for their ships to come in, and somebody has made a decision clearly. Maybe there were even three choices, and then somebody is holding on to one choice here, one wand. After a lot of struggles and battles, here the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords can be not just physical battles and quarrels, it can be self-sabotage as well. It is very similar to the Two of Swords here. These are all cards of also self-sabotage here. Constant fighting, oh, not nice. Even if you might show up victorious, was it worth it? We have the Two of Pentacles. This is about balancing a situation out, about juggling situations. But the landscape at the back is actually there. You're balancing things. You're actually even dancing. You're having some fun. The divine is with you here. Yes, it might not be easy. You might have to balance things. But this landscape, the buildings at the back, are the buildings of the, are these buildings, right? Are the buildings from the Four of Wands here. So this is what's happening in the near future. You are going to be happy. Yes, you need to balance things, but it's going to be successful. You're going to like it. You're going to definitely like it. You're going to walk with a spring in your step. That's what I'm hearing, you know. You will walk with a spring in your step. Once you are here in this new house, in this new environment, in the relocation, we have the Page of Pentacles here. There is definitely a love offer coming in, a solid offer. It's a solid offer with the Page of Pentacles here. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Aquarius. This is an interesting reading. So now again, you have to consider that the energies can be reversed. So it might not be you that is relocating, it can be your significant other. Take it as it resonates, right? You might be even dealing with the Capricorn. Very likely we have Aquarius energy. So let's see what are the love messages for this read. Oh, I'm called to take the big ones and then the smaller ones. What? Yeah, this one. Out of it. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. There we go. Oh my, oh my. So, here we go. This is the this is here the devil, right? So yeah, I would say yeah, codependency. This is exactly it. Therefore, probably the long elaboration on the Ace of Cups, right? Very important self-love, not in a selfish, egocentric way, in a more humble way to actually realize your limiting beliefs um, and self-forgive, to forgive yourself and others, but mainly yourself for having bought into misconceptions, you know. Mainly it is about that certain things just have to be a certain way, and one is just not flexible enough to see it another way. This is about not taking the blindfold off, right? And again, it is a I'm hearing underneath it all is fear. Fear to be hurt, fear to make a change in your life, anything in that direction. But you see, codependency. So there it was. Is there another message here? What is the message for spiritual growth? Twin flame love. Twin flame love is eternal love, reincarnation, passion, twins seeking union. So here we go. So when the twins and then it goes, I feel I'm not good enough, I feel I'm not good enough, I just cannot do it. This is again, so if somebody thinks that that he or she is not good enough for the other person, right? Or doesn't deserve love. This is exactly it. So if somebody here thinks that they don't deserve love, it is because they do not recognize their own divinity. They do not recognize their own worthiness, their own beauty, their own joy. That they, no matter what they did, they are, they have, I don't know, it's this unconditional love. They are eternal beings. They are as worthy as God, basically, right? It is about for more religious people, it would be recognizing that they're being loved unconditionally by God, right? For example, and seeing also that God is love. So, uh, for others, I would say that if you don't want to give the whole thing such a religious um, perspective, we could see it in I'm not feeling good enough, I just cannot do it. Well, the self forgiveness that eliminates guilt would be the best way to understand that they do deserve being loved, you see? Because here, if this cup is not filled up with love, um, and they do feel needy and codependent, uh, they will at some point reject all the love that the other person gives to them because they feel that they are not deserving of the other person's love, because they even don't love themselves to that extent, because they have not managed to forgive themselves, right? So take it as it resonates, if this is you or your significant other, right? So, and it is a codependency here. It is a bit of a tricky, it is a codependency, right? So, and in the twin flame journey, we very much have also the typical game of the chaser and the runner, right? One chases and the other one runs. And but exactly why is this all happening? This is all just happening for of um, each of you, both of you, to spiritually grow, right? To spiritually evolve, to actually come to this self-love that I mentioned before. So, the twin flame journey is a beautiful love journey. It is not easy because it entails a lot of spiritual growth. Um, But I feel that even though it might be difficult, it is already a huge honor if you are able to meet your twin flame in a lifetime. So, having said that, um, yeah, this is what I have for you, Aquarius. So, have fun on your twin flame journey and on your spiritual growth. If this reading helped somehow or resonated with you, send me a like. If you want to be notified when I upload my next reading, don't forget to press the bell icon when you subscribe. If you want a private reading or an intuitive life coaching session, or are interested in my online course, Awaken Your Intuition and Transform Your Life, then feel free to contact me. My email is queenofcups@gmail.com. And I do have a master's in spiritual psychology, and as you know, I do channel spirit, and spirit is always right on with um, the information and the guidance um, for my clients and for myself in coaching you. So I'm very well equipped to transform challenges into blessings, exactly to transform this Ten of Wands here into really beautiful, beautiful blessings. For example, into a Four of Wands, right? Which is a beautiful blessing. So, this is what I have for you. I still want to thank everybody for their generous donations. You know that I buy new decks with all your donations. You can find my PayPal in the description box below. I also added another link. It's called Buy Me a Coffee. You don't need PayPal. Anything works with Buy Me a Coffee. And I'm still going to buy new decks with the coffees. I'm going to add them up and then buy new decks for you to read with. This is what I have for you. Much love and light, many blessings, and bye bye for now.